Every year, the Indonesian map undergoes a total transformation. This is mudik, an exodus where millions of workers abandon urban centers and flood the archipelago's roads, ferries, and railways to return to their home villages. The catalyst for this movement is Idul Fitri, the global Islamic holiday held on the 1st of Syawal, marking the end of the Ramadan fast. For millions, the day begins with these formal collective prayers. But in Indonesia, the conclusion of those prayers is just the beginning of the story. The theological observance serves as the foundation for a much longer, local tradition. What happens over the next several days functions as a highly structured social system. Lebaran, the local name for the holiday, provides a specific window for the population to settle interpersonal debts and clear the social slate. Exactly 1 week after Idul Fitri, a second celebration takes place. On the 8th of Syawal, after 6 additional days of voluntary fasting, communities celebrate Lebaran Ketupat. Here, the focus shifts away from formal liturgy and toward local culinary heritage. Gatherings center around massive servings of dishes like opor ayam, lodeh, and rendang. This sequence reveals an intentional design. A global Islamic mandate is followed by a native Nusantara festival, bringing a universal religious framework into a specific local sociology. This system was designed in the 16th century by a group of Islamic scholars known as the Wali Songo, specifically a figure named Sunan Kalijaga. The Wali Songo were tasked with spreading Islam across Java. Their strategy integrated new Islamic traditions into local culture, rather than erasing centuries of native practice. By utilizing tools the population already valued, like traditional shadow puppetry, unique regional architecture, and communal shared meals, they created an organizing force that felt familiar and stable. The most enduring tool from this era is the ketupat itself. This woven rice cake teaches the community an abstract philosophy of behavior. Laku Papat, the 4 actions, is mapped onto its corners. First is Lebaran, ending the fast. Second, Lubaran, distributing wealth through charity. Third, Lebaran, required. Its outside casing is made of young palm leaves, easily tangled during weaving. But when it is cut open, the rice inside is a solid, pure white. It serves as a tactile lesson. Achieving social purity requires navigating the complicated, often difficult process of forgiveness. This philosophy is executed physically in different ways across the islands. In Jakarta, the Betawi community practices undilan potong kebo, where neighbors pool their funds over the month to purchase and share a buffalo. In Pasuruan, East Java, the community participates in skilat, a mud surfing race where participants propel themselves through coastal sludge on wooden boards. These regional variations are more than entertainment. They are localized ways of forcing cooperation and ensuring the stability of the community's social fabric. The most direct method for building this stability is anjang sana, the practice of physically visiting neighbors and relatives door to door to explicitly ask for forgiveness for mistakes made throughout the year. However, a new tension has begun to fray this tradition. As economic competition has grown, the anjang sana visit has often transformed into a space for status projection. This competition drives specific behaviors. To appear successful, some individuals now rent the latest iPhones or luxury cars for their journey home. This drive for validation often competes with the original intent of the holiday. Instead of dissolving old grudges, the pressure of these social comparisons can replace the search for peace with a search for status. To counter this pressure, Indonesians often look to the philosophy of sawang siwang, the practice of observing others without comparing your own life to theirs. Like the woven strands of the ketupat, human relationships are naturally complex. They tangle, they create friction, and they require active effort to keep intact. Even under the pressures of modern competition, the tradition of cultural forgiveness remains a vital, deliberate effort to weave a resilient community out of a very messy reality.